Good afternoon, everyone. So we have 36 participants so far, so which we can consider it as an good strength. So let's get just started. So let me just see where exactly we have left yesterday, or maybe you can say like on Saturday. Yeah. So I guess we have covered last time we have covered this ends with. If I'm not mistaken, I have gone through these examples. I do remember. Yes. So yeah, guys, I just wanted to know from you all. Saturday we have spoken about the test which I wanted to take from you guys, like how exactly what all things you have learned. So guys, just wanted to get some responses from you all. Like, will it be okay if we can go through the test, or what you guys want actually? You want me to schedule to some other day, or you want me to conduct right away? Please ping me on chat box so that I can come to know about how many people want now, how many people don't want. Do let me know, because truly speaking, I am already prepared for that. So I really don't have to do anything. You guys need to prepare. So please do let me know, means like how many of you are able to uh, those who are really wanted to conduct this test, please do let me know, and those who don't, please, I wanted to know. Yeah, conduct the exam now. Okay, somebody has said conduct the exam now. Okay, I need more responses. I am getting only one response yet. Guys, please be frank. Truly speaking, I can take on any other day as well. It's not at all a problem for me, but I want everyone to be get prepared for this exam. So it will, okay. Somebody has said reschedule it. Okay. Yeah, I need more responses from you all. So guys, please do let me know. It is better if you guys can respond me. Okay, somebody is saying schedule to some other day, sir. Okay, people are saying reschedule it, sir. Okay, so people are saying reschedule. I just wanted to know from you all how many of you have got prepared for it. Just I need uh, just I need the your hands to be raised so that I can get some clarity. So yeah, just please raise your hand, actually just a wave kind of thing, so that I can so this hand is like those who are not prepared or prepared. Those who are not, please don't raise. Those who are prepared, please raise. Okay, 554, thank you. Who else? There is 524 also. Okay. So most of you have not prepared yet. So get, it's a bit strange, because truly speaking, I already prepared my exam set, but I don't know what to say. Anyway, let us reschedule it for any other day, or maybe I will let you know, guys. But yeah, please be prepared for it, because now I'm thinking like I'm not gonna tell you like today is the exam or tomorrow is the exam. I'm not going to say tomorrow is your exam. I'm going to tell you one thing, like today is your exam. So that is how I will say. So it's a kind of surprise which need to be done on the same day. Okay. So many of you have, means many of you guys have said like, okay, reschedule it, sir, please. Okay, then fine. I'm gonna reschedule it. It's not at all a problem for me, actually. Yeah. So guys, do you remember last time what we have learned? So just wanted to know from you all, like what we have learned so far. So it's ends with, I guess I have covered. Okay. So let me move on to the next topic, which is find. So guys, I don't know, means this topic I am pretty much sure like I haven't covered, so that is why I'm taking this topic right away. One more thing I just wanted to speak here. This topic is very very important. See, the collection, when I talk about collection, so list, set, tuple, and dictionary, those are also one of the best, or you can say like one of the very important topic in Python. And this one is again is one of another important topic, you can say. So because most of the question comes from this part and from that part, the one we have already gone through it. So for this you guys need to to be very careful, because there are a lot of small methods, or you can say like there are multiple methods are there to do multiple things. So I have talked about lowercase, uppercase, title, and when you have to do some split, when you have to do find, search, l trip, s trip, or maybe there are multiple things means which I have already covered so far. So now today our agenda is to to tell you about what exactly the find method does. So if we can search the target string for a given substring using, so here basically what it does is, suppose you have some string, now you wanted to search, and maybe you wanted to find substring from that string. So string means, when I say string, that means it's a bigger string. When I say substring, that means it's the part of that string. Okay, so please don't confuse, don't think like no, it's a different string. No. So substring, it's a part of your string. String is a bigger part and substring is a smaller part, so that is why I used to call it as a substring and string. Now here when I say this thing, now now sometimes you need to find out where exactly this particular substring is being occurred. Okay, and why we are using this, let's say, means it's just a speculation, like I'm in my mind. And it, what it does, it will return the lowest index in that string where substring is being found. Okay, so from where exactly this substring is gonna start, so it will return you what, it will return the lowest index. Okay, so I have shown you, I don't know. Okay, everybody is able to see my screen, I guess. Yeah, so I'm giving here one example where you can see I have clearly mentioned there is two different strings and we need to find something. I am trying to find bow. Okay, and in second string I'm trying to find chow. Now what it does actually to return when we will use these kind of methods. So let me take this particular example in my notebook, and then I can show you what exactly it is gonna return, so that you will get much more clarity on this, on these stuff. So let me write here find method. Find method I have written, sorry, my bad, method. Okay, now here I am writing like this. I need to run one by one because otherwise you will get confused. Now here we go. What exactly the error right now we are seeing? It has to be like this. Here also we need to be make it like this, like this. Yep, this is what. Now let me so guys, any guess, somebody can based on our definition, the definition which I gave you, based on our definition, what is supposed to be? So it is going to find this bow in this particular string. So from you know before this part everything is in nothing but the our string. Now here it is going to find bow, so bow comes here, if you will see. Now we need, or we will get the lower index, that means what is the position of b, that index we will get if we will run this method. Okay, so let me check whether we are getting that or not. You can see it's a 15, so you can count on. Okay, even I do have haven't done counting, but I am pretty much sure like it's a 15 only. So it's a 4 4, you can say 4 4 count. You can clearly see 12 and then 1 2, which is nothing but 14, and then this one is going to be 15. So it's pretty much straightforward. So even though if you wanted to do the same option, same thing here. Now I want to find, chow. Let me find that. Let me see what exactly the output I am gonna get. So I'm getting 0. Why I am getting 0? Can somebody tell me why we are getting 0? Chow is there. You can see here, I can see chow is there. So I'm able to see the string, but why I'm getting 0 output? People, can you please ping me by telling what exactly the reason behind this? I'll provide you goodies if somebody will give a right answer. Truly speaking, there is no character, sir. Okay. Okay, because it is first word. Okay. Lowest index in 0th position. Lower index is 0. Okay. It is present at first position. Okay. Go on. In front of that word, no space, sir. So I haven't taken any space, sir. It is in the 0th index starting position. Wow, wow. True. That's true. Everything is fine so far. What has happened here? Do you know? Okay, let me do some modification here. Now you will run. So why we are getting? We are getting 0 because it is in the first position. So most of them means have given the correct answer. Okay, and now just tell me one more thing. If I'm gonna ask you, let's say instead of chow, I'm gonna write here nepo, neer. What would be the output? Can anybody can have a guess? Thank you so much whoever has written negative values. Okay, thank you so much. 520, 543, no output, sir. So it will give you negative value. Negative means it is gonna give you -1. Okay, so let me run this and let me see whether we are getting any value or not. Yeah, we are getting -1. Okay, so if you won't be able to find any substring inside that string, then it is gonna return -1. So please be careful with this. Okay, you may get chances to know about it. Okay, so let me apply few more. Let me take few more examples. Okay, so that you can get better and better understanding. I'm gonna write something here, note it down. So if you will clearly look, I have mentioned like in in the syntax of find, if you will find if you will see what exactly the value it is getting accepted. So syntax, let me write here syntax of the find. So you can say here what substring, and here we have to mention a start index, here we have to mention a end. Now what I'm trying to say here is, if we will not mention a start or end, that means it is gonna take by default everything. So we had, that is why we have just bo niru, we have used it. Now instead of this optional argument, I just wanted to place some index, maybe like this, let's say. So what exactly it is? So what it does, you can see here, it will find bow from here to till 8. So wherever 8 comes, I mean, you can see like till C 8 will come. So we will get some output from here. Now I will write here print. If I will run this, Then we are getting 19. Why we are getting 19? We have bow here as well. We have bow here as well. That is applied to places. So it is gonna search where? Guys, I need a proper explanation and proper answer. Guys, I need proper answer for this. Why we are getting output as in 19? Okay, somebody is saying it's a negative value. Guys, give me a second. Guys, I need answer from you all. So what would be the output from this? Though we are getting 19, why we are getting 19 here, the output? No one? Okay. If you guys are not able to try this, now I must say exactly. So, sir, thank you so much. 520 from 8 onwards, it search for bow and then provide that bow's lower index. Exactly. Thank you so much. That is what I wanted to know from you all. So yeah, she is absolutely. I guess she is only, or maybe he. She is absolutely correct. So now what it does is you need to find bow after the eighth index. So maybe our index 4 is here, 5 is the gap, 6, 7, 8, 8 is like this after this. Now after this it is gonna search bow, and it will, whatever it will find, it will come up with that solution. Okay, or maybe that index. So you can see here we are getting 90. Now instead of this, if I'm gonna print here bow, what it is gonna print? Because I'm writing bow by default, I'm not mentioning any second argument, you can say. So what would be the output from here? Guys, please provide output. Okay, 19, 15. Okay, please go on. Please, many of them can give answer to this. Okay, 719. Okay, 543. You are pretty much close, or you can say somebody who has pinged lastly, they are also pretty much close. So let me run and let me see. So it is gonna give you 5. Okay, so why we are getting 5? Because it will give you first found index. So index of the first substring where it is found, it will return you that lower index of that substring. Okay, where exactly the location is. So that is how it does their work actually. So no, and it will not return multiple, you can say multiple index. It will return only one index. Now let me move on to the next. I guess, I hope this one is pretty much clear about for all. And let me move on to the some more thing like str index. Okay, next topic is nothing but the method named as str index. So guys, please, whenever I choose any topic or maybe any method, so you just need to look carefully. What I'm talking about is I'm writing here str index. So we, what does that mean? Index means is what? So we had to search the target string for a given substring using find method. Okay, which is we have already done. Okay, now this method which I'm writing str index is absolute, or you can say like it's exactly similar to the find method. only one difference is present in, in index as well as in find, is find, find does not raise any exception. If the item is not found there, it will return -1. Instead of giving an exception, it will just return -1. And if we are going to use string, sorry, we are going to use index method, then if we will not be able to find any word, it is going to return you the exception. So what exactly the exception we are gonna get, that we need to look. Okay, so if, let us take same example in which we were searching something and we were not getting anything, and now we can try applying search. So if I'm not mistaken, I was trying to, run this, and when I ran this, I have got -1. So now when I got -1, in where, means when I have used find. Now I don't want to use find. Instead of find, I'm trying to use index. So let me write here, let me write z, yes, let me write the same thing here. And now instead of index, I'm gonna write, sorry, index of instead of find, using index method, I'm writing here using index method. Okay, now I'm gonna write like this. Here I just need to change this, and here I will write like, now we will get -1 from here, that is for sure. Now what we will get in, index, we will see. You can see we are getting -1 here, but for the index we are getting this kind of exception. So what exception is there? It's a value error, substring not found. So it is always a best practice to use, or to, to always use this kind of method which is gonna give you exception, so that user may not, deviate from their, output, or you can say like from their requirement. So basically you try your best to provide the exception if at all possible. Okay, and now we will be able to find like substring not found. Otherwise we will not be able to know whether substring is not there. Though you are also know about, like, if we will find -1, then it is, it's a kind of exception, sorry, it is a kind string is not found, we basically. And now if it is not -1, and then it is gonna return you some sort of index, which that means that a string is already present in the house. So with this we can move forward, and we can look into the some variant of index method. Okay, so let me write here. Now let us look into the, few more variant, and then we will look into the, their example one by one. So we have, r find. So we have learned find method. Now apart from find method, there is another method called as r find. So what it does, it will search target string for a given substring starting at the end. That means it is gonna find, or maybe it is gonna send from the right end. That's correct. That's correct. Is that true? So that is why I have mentioned r find. Okay, if there is r index, then what is that? So you can say like this is also exactly same like R find, and it is gonna raise the exception, which is nothing but substring not found, rather than giving -1. So it's exactly same, because that branch is, or main branch is find or index, and there's sub sub part, or maybe sub methods we can say, is R find, R index. These are the sub part. So nothing to explain here, because it's a pretty much straightforward actually. So let me just take another method, which is nothing but the starts with. Now in starts with, I don't know, means you guys have remembered ends with or not, but starts with is exactly same to the ends with. It will also give you either yes or for no, or maybe you can say like it will return the true, or it will return false value. So basically these are the things which you need to keep in your mind, like while dealing or while working with string, so that you will not come and you will not again go back to Python tutorial, or maybe you can just find or maybe search on Python website. So you don't need to actually. So now let me move on to the next topic. Now another thing is character classification methods. So this is also one of the part in built-in string, but here we are gonna do character classification. When I say character classification, these are the string which are based on character which it contains. So basically it's a string based on the characters that contains it. Okay. Now some of the method which are pretty much, I don't know, means by the name, if you will look into the name, you will clearly understand what is going to be done using this method if we are gonna use. So just have a quick look into what I taught you right away. Okay, guys, please just have a look and just understand what exactly the definition I have just spoken about in front of you all. Now if you will see here, I have used one method which is nothing but is al num. Is al num method is nothing but, is it an alphanumeric number or not? So I have clearly mentioned in my definition, where I have written it helps to identify the target string consists of alphanumeric characters or not. Okay, so somebody is trying to ask something. Let me just go to their. Okay, yes, so where I was, yeah, so it will try to identify whether the string which you are trying to identify consists any alphanumeric characters or not. So in my example, if you will see, I have written Praveen 7899 dot is al num. So what would be the output do you guys expect from this? Guys, please do let me know. Means fast, I need quick responses from you. So I have clearly talk about what exactly this output does. Okay, so this particular method does, and I have clearly mentioned the definition as well. So I just quickly wanted to know from you all, what output are we expecting from here? uh, 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 uh. Guys, I don't see any responses. That means you're not following me. Guys, please do let me know what exactly the output are we going to get from here. Any guess? Okay, somebody else give. We will get true. Okay, let me check. So it is saying it is not defined. That means what was the problem? Guys, when I wrote this, you just need to point out what exactly the problem it has. And you haven't looked into the problem, and just you were trying to, speculate the answer, or maybe you were trying to predict the answer. So it's my sincere request to everyone, at least you just look into the, problem or maybe statement which I am writing here at least once, please. It's my sincere request to you all, actually. Guys, what I am asking, any guess? Guys, you can clearly see here I have done some mistake, and you need to, identify that. So this is what, now you have to run this. Now you can see you are getting true. Okay, now same example, let me write here. I'm writing same example here, and I'm trying to insert something in between. Praveen at, let me write like this. What would be the output? We will get false, or maybe, no. Yeah, false. We are getting false. Why we are getting? Because this is nothing but the, this is nothing but what? Any guess? Symbol. Okay. Because I have inserted here at the rate, which is a special character. Okay. Are you getting my point, guys? Yes. So 516, thank you so much. Yeah, you got my point actually. Anyway, let me move on to the very next topic, which we are gonna cover now. So there is another method called as is alpha. That means whether it is trying to help to identify that target string consists alphabetic characters or not. If it is not, then it is, going to give you an error. So I don't know how many of you have got this point or not, but yeah, you can clearly see here. I have just clearly mentioned here. It's trying to help target string consist alphabetic characters or not. Okay, so I don't want to do an example here. Another method which we can see here is digit. So it will try to find whether any digit is there or not. So even I have written here in definition whether it contains a digit character or not, or all its character are numeric digit. So you need to find that as well. Okay, now next is str. So str, when I write str is nothing but the name, the string which I have defined, or maybe string which I have used for my purpose. So you can give any name to this, but it has to be some, str has to be, assigned something actually, otherwise it is gonna throw you some error. So here I have used another method, which is nothing but str is identifier. When I say whether the target string is valid Python identifier or not. So this is pretty much you can say like good method, so that you can get better clarity on the method which currently you guys are using, whether this is a Python identifier or it's a already we have made or somebody has created this. So let me write like this. So let me write str is equal to this one, and let me write for. Okay, is it identifier? Okay, it is saying true. Why? Guys, tell me why it is saying true. Now here let me write. Why we are getting every time true? Is there any guess from anyone? If you are not, then please try to Google it. I'm just writing try to. Now let me move on to the next. So here you can see we have another, some more method which are present for character classification, which is nothing but the is lower, whether this particular string contains lower or not, is printable, whether this string is printable or not. There is a space present in between, multiple string, or there is a space present in between, one of the string. If it is yes, please do let me know. Okay, now another one is, you can see here as I have written is title. So is title does what, whether suppose you are trying taking any maybe string, let's say your string, you can take anything which is already present, let's say. Now what it does, it will see whether this particular string, or maybe you can say this particular variable is a kind of string or not. If it is, if it is kind of a string, then we need to find it out whether there is any title present or not. So we need to identify the title first. Okay, and then if it is if there is already present title, then we don't need to do anything. Okay, now another one is upper, which is nothing but similar to the is lower as well, and there are many more. Means I don't want to cover entire thing here, just wanted to give you some brief. Now I don't know whether you guys are quite aware about this method and definition, but still I would like to take some more point here as well. So you know oh, my bad, there is some issue, I guess, or no. Okay, might be this particular slides has been repeated. Okay, no problem. So let us move on to the, so yeah, that's what I was saying is, I am not going to cover much more methods, and I will explain much more examples, because we have already given 2 days for the entire string, and this is third days for the same. But yeah, because this topic is quite huge, so we have to give some time to this. Now we have to do a string formatting. How do we do our string formatting? Suppose you have a string, you have you do have one string and you need to enhance some formatting of your string, or you want to do some modification on it. How exactly you are going to do that? So first of all, there is a method called center. I have mentioned here center, where you have to specify width. Okay, and what exactly you want to fill in between, maybe before or after, you assume, means it's based on your, how exactly you want. Then what exactly it does is centers a string in a field. So what it does, it is gonna create, it is gonna center that particular string which you are gonna pass, or maybe which you wanted to do. So here I have written one example. So let me take one by one these examples, so that, so let me write first this one. Okay, let me write what, let me run this. So you can see here I'm just passing chow and dot center 8. Let's see why I am getting error. So guys, we are facing one error. Chow, why we are getting this error? Okay, people have figured it out what exactly. Sir, screen is not shared. Okay, guys, yeah, you can see here when I just copy and pasted here. So here I'm writing like this and I'm trying to run this, and I'm getting some error. Why I'm getting this error? Can somebody tell me why I'm getting this error? So it is saying you know indentation error. Why? Because we have given here some space. So you can see here in the beginning there is space, so we don't need to create any space while doing this. Now you can say, here you can see like it is printed in the middle. There is some space before chow, and there is after, some space in after chow. So you can see it is being placed at the center. So you can see exactly how and what exactly I have done here. And if let us let's assume, instead of space, I wanted to fill here this hyphen mark. Let me see, either I am able to do that. So I just need to use the another optional argument which is already mentioned in my definition. We can mention, we can pass it. So let me run this. You can see here we are getting this, we are getting before and after, and in center chow is there. So that is how exactly we can use these methods. Okay, so sometimes our requirement comes, maybe client asks us to write in center, and before that you have to write some good design and all, then you have to write it like this. So So here, if you will see, this method is being pretty much clear, and now I would like to give you some more steps. So I guess everybody is able to see my screen. So now you can see here, yeah, we have covered this. Now we have another method which is nothing but the expand tab. So you can see here expand tabs, where I have specified tab size, or if you don't want to do tab size, then please don't do, because it's an optional argument. So if you don't want to specify, you please don't do. Now I will tell you what exactly it does is, using the example which I have taken here. But instead of this, before, you have to know what is the definition behind this. Expand tabs in a string, it replaces each tab character, which is nothing but the slash t, with the spaces. And here I have mentioned the tab size is an optional argument parameter which specifies alternate tab stop columns. So what it does is, it replaces wherever it is find slash t. Okay, wherever it is find, it is gonna write, or maybe it is gonna do spaces. Okay, so let me take these examples, for the sake of your understanding. So I'm writing like this, and expand tab. So now wherever you will see we have used slash tab, I will get some space. Okay, let me run this. You see, we are getting some space here, here. Sometimes we need actually these kind of space. So slash tab, what slash tab does, so even if I will write here something, let's say I have written expand, now I'm gonna type tab. What it does, it does nothing here. But if you will see, if I have notepad, let me open my notepad, and I am trying to write here something. So here let me write the name as Bhavita. Okay, and let me share. I guess I have shared the notepad. Yes, I am sharing it with you now. I have written Bhavita. Now in between, I just wanted to use tab, so I will press the tab button. You can see this space is being created this much, and the same space is being created in my example as well. So now you can go back and you can see here. Yes, so you can see wherever slash t is being used, we got that much space wherever it is being used. If you don't want to use, you just remove it, and then you have to run this. You can see here we do not get any spaces here, we are getting spaces here. And now if I will write tab size equal to 4, so here if you will see, what would be the tab size? I guess by default tab size would be 8. Let's see here what exactly the tab size is. So I'm writing here tab size is equal to 4. Let me run this and let me see what exactly the output I'm getting. Okay, let me write like this and then run. Yes, you can see here I have written tab size is equal to 4. If I will write tab size is equal to 8, then it should be quite similar to the previous one. So yeah, so we are correct. Actually, the tab size by default is equal to 8. And if you will write here 16, we will get like this, huge space. Okay, so please be careful while using this kind of method. But yeah, these are pretty much very simple method. But yeah, everywhere these methods are being used, so you need to be very careful while working on this step stuff, because I don't know, even you will not come to know later on your stage which method we are going to use here, which method. So that will come after the practice. When you will do lot of practices, then you will come to know, oh, this method sir has taught already, and this is I'm going to use, this method I'm going to use. So this is how exactly you need to think while dealing with, or maybe while solving any issue, any problem. Now again, let me share my screen and let me see the here we have strl just. So l just, when I write, that means it's a left justifies. Okay, and similar way we have r just, that means r just, it's a right justifies. So what is left justifies? Left justifies a string in a field, and by default padding consists of the ASCII space character. Okay, so what it does, let profile is string in a field, and by default padding consists of the ASCII space character. So if you will work out here, uh, you know uh, it's pretty much straightforward. Same way, you just need to specify width and then you have to fill. So let me take the example, these example which I have written here. Let me write down and let me show you how exactly these gonna work. You can see I have here I am trying to use is chow, and I have mentioned left justifies. What would be the output? So after this, let me create one more space. You can see left justifies. Now instead of this, let me just change, instead of L, I am gonna write here R. Let me see what would be the output. You can see here we are getting this space on the right side, we are getting this space on the left side. So this is how R and L is being used. Now one more thing which I would like to cover. So how much space you wanna give here, or maybe what exactly, instead of space you want to fill something. For that sake only, you need to write like this. So I am gonna give you some backspace. Sorry. Yes. I'm gonna write here. Okay. Okay. My bad. Like this. This has to come in between like this, and here it will be like this, and this is gonna be like this. Now if I am writing the same thing, so you can see in left justifies it is gonna give you this, in right justifies it is gonna give you on this side. So we, instead of a space, we are trying to print this one. So that is that is how you can replace the space as well. So space is nothing but the default character, you can say, or default features, you can say. Ciao. Okay, so let me share my screen again. Yes. Yes. So somebody wanted to speak with me, please speak. Those who wanted to raise something.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, please go on.
590 hours, sir.
What?
590 number, sir.
Okay, yeah, please tell, go on.
వాళ్ళు మెసేజ్ పెట్టారు సార్, మళ్ళీ రిప్లై ఇస్తే ఇవ్వట్లేదు సార్, మళ్ళీ లాగౌట్ అయిపోయి మళ్ళీ ఇప్పుడు రీజాయిన్ అయ్యారు సార్.
Can you speak in English if at all possible?
I
Bhavna,
don't
can
know.
you? Yeah, please go on.
I don't know who is 590, sir.
Oh, okay. I don't know, but I am getting some responses from that guy. Maybe girl. I don't know. Anyway, so somebody is saying, sir, I wanted to talk, sir. I don't know. It's a
I
five
only,
zero.
sir.
Huh? Me
I
only.
only, sir. Bhavita.
Okay.
508.
Yeah, Bhavita. Yes. Okay. Okay. So
Please ask her, sir.
what's the issue? So 590 is saying something. Reply, Ivu Bhavita. Oh, I don't know who is 590.
Ask her, sir.
I don't know. And Bhavita, sorry if something wrong. I don't know what is going on.
He
But
left,
yeah.
sir.
Okay.
He left,
Bhavna,
sir.
what?
He left, sir.
Okay.
He left the class, sir.
Okay. So do
I
you know the
don't
name?
know, sir.
Okay.
I don't know, sir.
Okay, then no problem. Okay, anyway, this kind of thing happens actually. So if you have any concern, please raise it to your HOD as well. Otherwise, I'll pass it on to the HOD. So people are misusing this platform. So
Okay,
yep,
sir.
don't worry. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
So
thank you so much.
so far we have covered this much, these many methods. So most probably maybe tomorrow I'm gonna take the session for how exactly you can convert, or maybe how exactly we can make a conversion between string and list, and how exactly we use iterable in that part. Okay. Truly speaking, these are the topics which nobody is gonna cover for you, and nobody is going to cover. Okay, so please bear with me because I'm taking my time out, and I'm trying to give you some more thing, and trying to give you what all possible things in Python, or maybe in a string, you can say, to you guys. That is why I'm stretching these topics quite much. So even though there are NLP, if I don't know how many of you are aware about NLP kind of thing. So even in natural language processing also, people used to master this string formatting and string method, because in NLP everywhere, you can say, we will, or we are always trying to use some method of string. Okay, because in NLP there are a lot of things, and most of the time we used to handle, or we used to deal with string. So that is why we need to know about these methods, how exactly the formatting works, what exactly the formatting actually. Sometimes it will come, the work will come like this. So you need to understand, you need to tackle this. At least my objective is to for you guys to know about all the methods. At least you should aware about what exactly this method is doing. So sir has taught me something. So that something is nothing but when somebody will ask you what is L strip, what is R strip. Okay, so right now only you have learned about it. So what is L just, what is R just. So sometimes you need to know about these things. Even in interview they are gonna ask. Okay, with this I just wanted to close my session. Thank you so much, thank you for the participation. Okay, we'll meet you tomorrow.